They're actually the good guys. Talking of the good guys, I do believe that we have a Mikey Famine on the line. Hello, Mikey. Are you there? Hello. You're quite quiet. Could you mic up your mic?
Mike. There we go. Hello.
Mikey. Thank you for putting up your Mikey for us. So we're just talking about, welcome. We're just talking about the fact that the Trump administration has just released all these files on Martin Luther King. And it's not like anything to do with his assassination. It's about when the FBI were trailing him and grasping on everything he did.
And calling his house in the middle of the night, telling him to off himself.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah.
We'll make it look like, think of your family. Don't you want them to have something? Government agents.
Yeah. Anyway, Cathal OG, thank you very much for the €5. Thank you. A hot blonde ordered a double entrande, so the barman gave her one. I quite like that as well. Oh no, we've got a £50 super chat. Thank you so much to Dark 4x4 for the mega chat. The mega chat. Woohoo! Thank you so much. A piece of rope walks into a bar. I'm sorry, we don't serve your kind in here. The rope goes outside, throws itself on the floor, gets torn and tangled, goes back in, and then in. Are you the rope that was in here earlier? And the rope says, no, I'm afraid not.
Yikes.
What do you think, Mikey?
Yikes.
We do not
I've actually
care.
got a squeaky tank. I'm going to make a squeaky tank come across the screen.
Hey, Billy.
You can't hear it, but our viewers at home can hear it. There's our squeaky tank for Dog 4x4.
Well, I'm glad you're back from the cinema.
There you go. Yes, I am. It's all good. Anyway, the Dog 4x4, thank you so much for the mega chat. That is really, really kind of you. And the terrible joke. I really appreciate it. Chrissy says, it can be argued that visible light is the most harmful form of radiation as it allows us to see horrific things. No, I think if you were dropped into Chernobyl, you'd have a different take on that. So yeah, the other news we were discussing is Trump's DOJ, not the DOJ, what's it called? The Wall Street Journal, the WSJ, has published this picture that no way you drew this picture. No way.
You 100% drew that picture.
Have you seen it?
100% did that picture. 200% he did that picture. He used to do it all the time. He sold them for charity.
Yeah,
I
said that before. Yeah, and it's just quite mind blowing that he's decided to. I don't know. He's decided now that the Wall Street Journal can't come to Scotland with him.
I think he should
of the press pool.
I think he should sue Rupert Murdoch. How dare Rupert Murdoch? Let's get some depositions going. First, the prosecuting side will depose, and then Donald Trump can, get up there and depose himself. Go on the record, tell us everything. Oh, we got a £5 from Ali Kerr. Thank you, Ali. Mikey A. Obama arrest. Did you see? Oh boy. I hate AI. Is it a 3-horse race? JD, Rubio, MTG. Seriously, no. This is self-destruction. There's not going to be a Republican Party after this.
Sarah Davis says, "What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus." And then GHK just dropped the super chat in to say, "How do you make fairy lights less garish?" Graham. Thanks for the super chat, GHK. Oh, this is going to run all night. Long story. The landlord let me in the pub from 12 years old on a Sunday with Gary, T, and we just played pool, bothered no one. But once I grew up, the bean caught me out. I don't get it, Brett. I don't get it. I don't. Was that a joke? Oh, shit. Pete says, a man goes into a pub with a zebra and orders a pint. Zebra lies down and sleeps. Barman says, can't leave that lion there. I said, it's not a lion, it's a zebra. Oh shit.
I got one.
Ernie's,
Hold on.
go
I
on.
got one.
Go on. You gotta
We
tell the
got
joke.
a 20 British pounds. So this is an important one. This is better than all the other ones, obviously, because it's worth more. A highway and a motorway walk into a bar. They notice someone sitting on their own and drinking. Don't talk to him, said the barman. He's a psychopath. I think that's good. I think that gets all the air horns.
Not on my channel.
The psychopath? That's a good one.
Squeaky tang, squeaky tang. Maybe Trump was passing off someone else's work as his own. Well, wouldn't be the first time. Ernie is saying Charles is hoping Trump won't let him go to Scotland. Won't let him go to Scotland with him as well. Yeah. Mikey, it's been pointed out that on Trump's transatlantic flights, there's a chance that it might trigger deep vein thrombosis because of this condition that he's got that gives him.
I hope he doesn't throw a clot.
That would be awful, wouldn't it?
It's hard to predict, some would say.
Yeah, and because we've got such a terrible NHS over here, there's no way we'll be able to save him.
Yeah, the Air Force One is a hospital. So is the Beast, with liters of the president's blood, anything he would need, probably a couple of organs in there. Yeah.
Have you seen the footage of his apparent attempted assassination, taken from the front row?
From what?
Someone put, they had footage, one of the MAGA lot, they had footage from the front row. They had footage from the front row of his attempted assassination. Okay.
So would it show?
It showed that there was a guy who, when the first shot rang off and all the people got on stage, he was down in the pit between the crowd and the stage, and he went off to the left, seemingly to get help, and then he came back a few moments later and brought 2 photographers with him, and then pulled them in to the right spot.
I told everybody.
As Trump is putting his arm up like this, they lowered the flag down behind him because the flag was on a crane, and they lowered the flag down behind him. So it was in exactly the right spot for them to get the photo.
Like if anyone has ever seen a public official hurried away or whisked away, there is no, oh, wait, let me get my shoes. Wait, my shoes. My shoes. Like, remember we were laughing because he was mad at me. He didn't get to take his little shoes with him because it had the lifts, and then everyone see how short he was. You're not 6'2". And it is a hurried thing. They cover the person with bodies and they drag them off the stage. They're over there posing. They got the people just doing the fucking shuffle, scrum thing. That is not protocol. That person is violently dragged off of, it is like a soldier, like, fucking get your ass in the car. And they just get them out of danger. No riot shields came up. No riot shields were sitting nearby, which is often the case where if you need to protect somebody, they will bring in the riot shields to cover, the ballistic shields to cover the person.
In the photo.
Can't have those.
It does look like he gets into position like it was rehearsed to get that picture and to get people on side to go, they're trying to shoot me. It just Trump's getting in the way.
Look, I'm riding with them. I'm fully patriotic. I believe all the conspiracy theories now. When we get that Epstein stuff, but while we talking about it, when we get the Epstein stuff, and also a tooting of the horn for the Bin Boys. We told you they weren't going to let this go. This has been an absolute nightmare for them.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I still don't think that it's actually going to bring him down a peg or two. I think he's just going to blunder on regardless, like a big blundering bastard. He's really, really grim. The stuff that's come out that he has gone out of his way to make him look as himself as guilty as humanly possible.
Every step he's making makes him look like he's covering up even more.
Yeah.
Which he is, but they were like, yo, you're going to unveil the pedophile ring, right? Right?
But why doesn't he
He's
just
part of
release?
it.
Why doesn't he just release the list and then he says, "Oh no, I was put on it by the Democrats," or make something up, to get out of it being something that it's got anything to do with him? Because he could just say that bit's fake news. That's the bit. I think it was who's that horrible twat who doesn't think that Sandy Hook happened? Alex
Jones.
That's him. He was freaking out and he was saying, "I don't know why Trump doesn't just give away just doesn't release the list, and then he can tell us which parts are fake news."
And you heard them with the Pam Bondi's going to review, and all the credible stuff is going to come out. Now it's only the credible stuff. They're not buying that shit. They're not buying that shit. You are protecting, obviously, the worst pedophile in recent history.
Yeah.
And you will not give us. Why won't you give him up? You said you hated the guy and he's a creep, but now we're finding out there's letters and that you guys got all these videos hanging out together. I was watching Lawrence O'Donnell's take. He reminded us of in the first Trump election. Remember what was it? Access Hollywood with the hot mic and the coach van.
Billy Bush. Yeah.
Just do whatever you want. Grab, but you remember? Go back and watch it if you forgot how he sounded when the cameras aren't around.
Yeah.
And that doesn't sound like an Epstein best friend. That's the same guy. That's what they're talking about.
Tim Ballum, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Mikey Friction. I don't know what it's referring to there. What does that mean? Friction. And then we've got GHK with £2. Does Trump have deep state thrombosis? Yeah, maybe. The other sort of big news that's come over the last week is the fact that the Stephen Colbert show, is wrapping up next year as a result of this merger that's trying to go ahead between, what is it, Peacock and
Paramount. No, Paramount and Skydance.
Paramount and Skydance, yeah. And obviously he's on one of the channels owned by Paramount. And what do you think? Because it doesn't Jon Stewart do a show on Comedy Central on Monday nights?
Jon Stewart's is on Comedy Central, but most of their viewership's from YouTube, if we're being honest.
No, but I'm saying if he's on Comedy Central tonight, it'd be really interesting to see his take on all this, because he's good mates with Stephen Colbert, and he's got no fucks left to give. He's rich, he's old, he doesn't have to.
I mean, well, you saw he had the show on Apple, right? He left, and then he had a show on Apple. But then as soon as he wanted to criticize China, they're like, "Nah, you can't do that here." And now that's happened to Colbert. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like, this happens all the time. What network is Mark Lamont Hill on? Oh, okay. How about all the people from MSNBC? Like, this happens all the time when people are voices to power. Power will put pressure on the suits, and the suits will get rid of you. That is how it has always been. This is blatant, and I hope he sues. But this is what they do. And what they're going to do is they're going to get this merger through. They're going to wait out Trump. And then they're going to, look, here's a $200 million, sorry about before. And then he'll take it, and everyone will be, I can't believe that, at least they came clean. And then the whole narrative, no one will remember this. No one will remember this.
Ellen DeGeneres has come to the UK. She's moved to the UK now. She's moved out. Is it Rosie O'Donnell, is it, that Trump's threatening to take the citizenship away from her? And he's also threatened it on Mamdani in New York, but also Elon Musk as well. And Jesus Christ, the baddie in this new Superman movie is completely based on him. He's just Elon Musk. There's no disguising it. He just is this evil, bald bastard. Tim, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Comedy is being banned in the US.
Yeah. No, comedy's legal, I was told.
Oh yeah.
They're so sensitive and paranoid about everything. And also the Bin Boys called fucking Cuomo is running independent. Even though he lost the Democratic primary, he's going to run independent. He's going to keep running.
What a fucking arsehole.
What a dick. Still going on with the same old bullshit about how he's anti-Semitic, how Mamdani's anti-Semitic and all this shit. Just this is the Democratic Party that I keep railing against. It is these horrible monsters that are in this like network that won't let any progressives rise to the top. I mean, every once in zero, that's enough, sir. Every once in a while, one pops through the surface, and we get a little light shown on us. But yeah, these guys are crooked as shit and horrible. Like, dude, you lost. Okay, go away. Don't run as an independent and try. Like, come on, man. You just low down. Take your L. Go sit down somewhere. Don't touch anybody. I don't care if you're Italian. Don't touch anybody. Just go sit down somewhere. Go be a pop. You know, you got grandkids. Go be pop for a little bit.
Yeah. Christopher Bowles says Comedy Central is still Paramount owned, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's why I'm thinking that something might happen tonight on the Jon Stewart show. I'm really interested to watch it. Whether I can actually stay up till 3 a.m. it's another matter. But yeah, it's I don't think he's going to take it lying down.
At this point, like all of this like merger shit is all due to the internet news phenomenon. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have cable anymore. Like I haven't had cable since high school. I'm weird though, because I'm a musician and I'll just listen to albums for a month because I'm strange. But a lot of people can't. Cable is like $100+ a month, plus your phone, plus your internet. So if I can watch a lot of shows, like if I have to pay $20 to Netflix, $10 to HBO Max or whatever it is, so I'm paying $30 and I get most of the shows that I like, and I can password swap with a couple of friends and get the other thing. You do okay, and you don't have to have cable. I don't know what these like, and I see that some of these companies are kind of shifting onto an online kind of thing, and that's where they're buying all these streaming platforms, because that's what this is. They need to, motherfuckers need to be watching these ads. So whether I got to get you on the streaming side, on the cable side, someone needs to, I need advertisers, and you need to watch these ads. That's what funds all this bullshit. So, they're gonna hang Colbert out to dry. That's the business. It is a rough business. They're gonna throw him out there, and then someone else will pick him up, or they'll sweetheart him back at the end of it. Jon Stewart doesn't care, you know.
No.
Wherever Jon Stewart goes, the people will follow, and he's proved that four times in a row. So,
but this is why I think it'd be interesting, because he might just decide to do a stunt tonight.
Oh, you think he's gonna walk off or whatever? I don't think so. Because
just explain that he doesn't give a fuck. So,
I'm saying, but
he's rich.
They'll stay in there until they get fired, right? He'll keep pissing them off for continual weeks until they throw him off the stage. You know what I mean? He won't not take the stage. He'll comedianize the shit out of this. So,
well, he's got a year. I think it's next May that this season wraps up of Colbert, of the Daily Show. It's a late show, isn't it? He does a late show, and Jon Stewart does the Daily Show. It's very confusing. But the Daily Show isn't every day, and
he just doesn't mind.
Scarecrow won an award for being outstanding in his field. Thank you very much for that, Sarah. I worry about the rage being curated on both sides, says GHK. Well, you know, my rage with all this is quite subdued, because it's Monday night and I'm quite tired. Chris C says, as for Alex Jones, he's a danger to society by spouting off all the dangerous rhetoric to gullible individuals. Yep, absolutely.
Well, that's what we warned
about. Yeah. Sarah Davis is ready for a special on the BBC, says Gulf Marine. What else we got here? Ernie, Mikey's sorting shit out. Ernie says, did you see Mehdi Hussein on Jubilee? The debaters were openly saying they were fascist in favor of authoritarian government. That whole thing is so fucking painful. I don't know which fucking dickhead thought that was a good idea to put him in that room with all of those, put Mehdi Hussein in that room with all of those fascists, basically, who seem to want to kill him. I've seen some clips from it. It's too painful to watch the whole thing. It's just horrible. It just makes you feel shit that this is the world in which we live right now. Mikey, you're on mute.
But that's the problem. Everyone averts their gaze. No, y'all need to look at directly at their fucking faces and listen to their standpoints. This is not anyone else's community's problem. That is the problem. I know they're annoying and they're trash and they're garbage. Yes, find them, go to their social media, and that is certain communities' job to straighten them out. Because there was always this, after 9/11, there was where are the moderate Muslims? Moderate whites, it is now your time to step up and dealing with Farage and his henchmen and dealing with all these motherfuckers. Like, it is not every person of color or everyone else's job to step up and fight off these fascists. These are your people. Get them. Yep. Rein them in.
Yep. Well, I mean, Mehdi Hussein really held his own. I mean, he knows stuff. And Hassan, sorry, and he's very articulate. I mean, he's privately educated. He's Oxbridge, so he's got the connections and he's got the bravado and he's got he's had the training, the training.
He's also a journalist.
Yes,
like an actual journalist.
Went to private school.
Well, I mean, an actual journalist as opposed to Ben Shapiro, and what's his face? What's the other one?
Journalist.
What's the other one that went up there? Jordan Peterson. Like, journalists know their stories. He's reported on all the things that were his questions. Let's say the one point he had was like that immigrants are a net positive in the United States. So he's probably done 200, 500 different stories that he could pull from his memory of stuff that he's talked about. This dumbass kid who's only been reading bumper stickers off of fucking Facebook for the last 6 weeks, they're completely outmatched. They haven't read the Constitution clearly. The one kid said he didn't want a Constitution anymore, and he said, well, how would you do that? Well, we'd vote on it. Sir, what? It's like, I don't even know, like, your answers are so dumb. They're not even wrong. They just don't even belong in here.
Did you watch the whole thing, or have you just seen clips? You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
Was it absolutely torturous?
It proves my point. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, these people are not these sophisticated politophile. Like, the way me and Tim were dissecting it earlier today is you have to remember that these people are the bottom layer. They're not in any kind of administrative role. They're just regurgitating what Mama Bird gave to them. So if that's the case, this is the level of cringe that one side is willing to get to. Believe them. They can't effectuate any of this because, God damn it, that the dude said, what do you say? It's an A word. What is it? Autocrat. I believe in it. I would like an autocracy. And he said, well, how are you going to get there? We'll vote for it. What dumb, like, this is the dumbest. He's like, yeah, just have one last election and put a Catholic in there. And then he could be like it's so bananas. And then and I want everybody, you should go watch it in its entirety with popcorn or liquor or weed or whatever you got. And you have to understand, these people are absolutely brain dead. There is no kind of like through line other than Brown bad.
Well, there was a guy who went dressed as Guy Fawkes from Vendetta movies, and he was like, he was trying to justify the murder of children in Gaza, the snipers shooting children, and he just couldn't do it. There's just like even the little fascists around him were a bit like, oh, we can support genocides, but kids getting shot, that's a different thing. Like, it's the same thing, but whatever. And he's like, well, he might be a terrorist. I'm like, he's an 11-year-old kid. He's a little kid queuing up for food.
That's when he hit him with like, I will ask you for the 5th time. Like, Mehdi's the man. Oh, I've frozen. What's going on here?
Oh, I don't know why you're frozen.
Me neither. There we go.
I just appeared. Hello. Eddie Burns says, why did the ISO bar? Because of the wind chill factor. Why did the ISO bar? Because of the why did the ISO? I don't get it. Diz says the American education system, folks. Well, don't be too small, Diz, because there are some dickheads here in Britain as well, and they're falling under the spell of Nigel Farage again, just like they did 9 years ago, and they believed that he's got a fucking thing to say.
I just talked to a guy last week on the deconversion stories I do with Neil the 604 Atheist, and some of these people who are homeschooled, they claim a religious right and they want to teach their kids the way that they want them to be taught, and they get these books from these young earth creationist places. It is not always the American school system that they get. They don't get public schools, all of them, because some of them are at home. And then for the guest case, he didn't go to public school until high school.
Yeah.
So he was at home up until 13. It's not the same everywhere. It's a very varied place. I had an excellent education, despite having a couple of really bad schools in the mix. But overall, I think I did very well.
Someone said in the chat there, I was going to read out. Trip talking about the Mehdi Hussein thing. Some of the answers showed real psychopathy. I think you're absolutely right that the people in that room were just the fucking worst of humanity.
First rule of war, baby.
Yeah. But I was talking about Superman, the new Superman movie, and the backlash that we've had against it. You know, that's one of the reasons I wanted to see it, because I know that annoys the gams. But someone pointed out that people don't want Superman anymore. They want Homelander.
They don't know how to do it. That's the hilarious part. They can want Trump to be Homelander, or JD Vance, or Elon, Teal. They can pull up whoever Hegseth. They can get whoever they want to try to be Homelander. But Homelander only has strength because he's a comic. Politicians only have strength because people believe in them and people are willing to trust them. A splintering racist outgroup is not a Homelander, does not a Homelander make. They will never attain power this way. They're just shitting on the floor. That's all this is. And someone's going to have to clean it up, and then we're going to have to rub your nose in it. Don't do that again next time. And all that. Like, this is just a waste of time. All of this is a waste. It's not going to work.
Yeah. By the way, you know, there's got to be a new fee for getting a visa for America. Not that anyone wants to go to America, but they've added another $250 what they're calling a visa integrity fee.
Where's that money going?
On Trump's fucking new yacht, or his gold-plated,
That's I think this is kind of like when the early 30s Germans, I think this is when they had like they started setting up all these like slush funds. I mean, it was ways to like keep people on their side. That's why I was like looking at these tariffs and shit like that. Because who's collecting the tariffs? What authority is doing it? What is their transparency like? What is that? None of this is being talked about. It's just always, we'll take this money, and we'll bring in this money, and we're getting these investments, and this is coming in. Where's it going? How come? Where's your website? Your website doesn't say where all this stuff. Where's the detailed list of all the money that's coming in? Yeah. Oh.
I did really enjoy Trump calling his own supporters dickheads last week. That was great. He called them idiots. So they're stupid idiot faces.
They've been duped.
They're idiots. They're doing the Democrats' job for them. I'm like, fuck, brilliant. GHK, thank you very much for the £2, mate. Constitutional amendments need state supermajority.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which they also didn't know. Because it was funny, because like anytime Mehdi Hassan was like, yo, we could always change the Constitution. Yeah, sure, that's fine. It's like, see, you think what I think. So they think that if we get a bill, get it to the states, get the 2/3, get all that stuff done, that's the same as Trump just not giving people due process. It's the same. It's literally the same. Whether there's like millions and millions of people participating in something or one person being a dick. It is the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
Morons. Absolute morons. This is why they're so upset with life, is because they know so little and they see so much.
Yeah. Dark Thought before saying UK has the Snatch, USA has the Growler. I mean, I'm pretty sure we use Growler over here as well, and they use Snatch over there. Who says the army isn't obsessed with their privates? Oh, yes, very good. So what's the Growler over there?
A fart?
A fart is called a Growler. Okay. And over here, little small icebergs that are too small to come up on the radar, they're called growlers. Also, women's private parts.
I'm in the Midwest. Not a lot of icebergs out here in the plains.
So, is there a growler that's associated with the army in some way? Because the UK has the Snatch. That's a move, isn't it? That you do with your gun or something.
Right.
Dark 4x4's playing 4x4 D chess. I can't keep up. Well, thanks for the super chat. Ernie, it's called FIFA, Fee for FA. The real reason, though, is the collapse of tourism and the government trying to scrape some money back. Oh, right. Okay. So it's for FIFA or something for the World Cup next year, just to price gouge tourists.
Oh, so they raised it because people are coming.
Yeah. The lad who played Theo in the Cosby Show has died.
Yeah, I heard about that.
In Costa Rica, just up the coast from my places in Panama. That's really shit. He was only 52 as well, I think. Motherfucker. Anyway, can we talk a little bit about Netanyahu and about whether Trump is actually going to just give up on his bezzy at any point? Because we've had the UK and 27 other countries saying, look, this is too much, which is something they said a while ago, and they keep saying it. I don't know if they're going to do anything ever, but could you see Trump actually getting off his fat ass and actually doing something about what's happening in Gaza, or do you think he's just going to pay lip service to it?
Well, he's already given them the green light. He wanted this done already.
Do you think it's more to do with impatience at the incomplete genocide?
And also
God of the Old Testament.
Netanyahu also forgot Trump has a limited attention span. If he has to start doing depositions for his Wall Street Journal thing because he's trying to hide all of his Epstein shit, maybe he doesn't have the time to put all that energy in Israel, and he'll just say, whatever, I don't care anymore. That support is very conditional to him being able to focus on more than one thing at a time, which is proved to be a challenge in the past. So, you think he's your ally until he just doesn't show up for you like he always does to all his people. So depend on him at your own risk, at your own peril.
Really disturbing news here from Christopher Bowles saying FIFA have set up US HQ in Trump Tower, New York. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. It'll be FIFA's second office in the US, and it's going to be in Donald Trump's building.
The emoluments clause does not mean that the president would profit from the office. That's now it was talking about a crystal ball brought from a magician from space, that kind of stuff. That's not allowed. But having people stay in your properties and set up shop on your properties, totally within the rules. And yes, he did not divest.
No, he hasn't. He learned what to do last time when he was president. He learned what not to do. Just come on, you deep vein thrombosis. Come on, you little bubble in the blood.
He should fly around a little bit more. Keep changing. He should go change his pressure a lot. Then maybe go underwater sometimes. Mix it up.
Thing is, though, he gets up and moves, doesn't he? And that's the last thing you want to do if you want to get deep vein thrombosis. And I'm sure they give him those special flying socks.
Oh yeah, he's probably got socks from his tips of his toes up to his nipples. He's in a full body compression suit with butt flaps.
Yeah. Oh, and SG says, so this is about the Washington Commanders. So does the US Constitution give the president the power to control the names of US football teams? Yep.
No.
Doesn't it?
Nope.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Yep.
Do you think they are going to change the name back?
I doubt it. I mean, it was a long time to get those names changed because, I mean, these teams were formed in like the 30s and 40s, not known for being bastions of goodwill and and free spirit towards all men. These were old racist dudes who set up these leagues. So yeah, a lot of teams have changed their names. I'm in Illinois. Our state college, the Illiniwek and Chief Illiniwek, they have permission from the tribe. Like they are represented in a way that probably didn't start off being very respectful, but has become like a partnership kind of thing. So we keep ours. And same thing with the Blackhawks and stuff like that. Like we reached out to the native folk around here and made sure shit was cool. They did not do that. And there is no tribe that is the fucking Redskins, which was literally payment for scalping natives. Like that's what the name means. It's like a buck was like a deer pelt was a buck. Like a redskin was like a bounty for a native. So yeah, change the fucking name.
Jesus.
That's why they changed it.
Wow. GHK, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Netanyahu and Trump dodging prison with hate. Yeah. Birds of a feather and all that jazz. Blue Badger says, it's part of how we destroy Trump, constantly derailing stuff from multiple angles that need attention, often not to explode. Yeah, I'm hoping that he gets too discombobulated with people attacking him from all angles. Because he's very petty and he does obsess over stuff. So if you just find one thing a day for him to get petty and obsessed about, I think that'd be a good move because it'll keep him from actually doing anything.
But that's the thing. Epstein works beautifully because it doesn't matter if he releases anything. It's a conspiracy theory. See my background for evidence. You just say that there's more to it and he's not telling you. No, there's more he could be telling you for sure. Oh, there's no way that's all the files. Oh, no way. And you just keep going and you keep making him explain things because, I mean, he's already, in my opinion, clearly implicated in way more than he's admitted to. So I would love for him to depose himself so they can get some hard dates, so they can put some timelines together. Mr. I never went to the island. Maybe he brought the island to you. Maybe you did the island in the air.
Well, he did consummate his marriage with his wife, didn't he? On Lolita Express. And also there was crimes committed in Florida, not necessarily on Epstein's island, but in Florida. That's what he went to prison for the first time.
And you know who Epstein's next door neighbor was, right?
Donald Trump?
No, Lutnick. Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary.
Oh,
the guy who was talking about, if my 92-year-old mother didn't get her Social Security check, she would be okay. It'll come next month. That guy lived directly.
The only people who would complain were the criminals. So
literally next door. The property's touched.
That's mad, isn't it? It's like the old they used to dunk women in the river to see if they were witches, and if they sank to the bottom and drowned, then they weren't a witch. But if they floated or they could swim, then they were a witch. So you put them out of the water and then you burnt them to death. Just like, what the fuck? Logic. Yay, logic.
So when Trump is up there saying, "Yeah, I don't know why you guys are talking about Epstein. Who even da 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 da," and Lutnick's back there like this.
Yeah.
Trying not to shit out entire. Like, I mean, what? You didn't hear no screams? You didn't hear nothing from your neighbor next door? You never thought, hey, this guy might be problematic? And also, since you didn't know your next door neighbor, why did you buy a Manhattan apartment from him for $10?
Yeah. Ernie Burns is saying, are you still talking about Epstein? Was a line that will go down in comic history as an example of political incompetence. Are you still talking about the most notorious paedophile in American history? Yes. Because you were busy mates with him.
Super chat. Super chat from
Sorry, go
Tim Ballum, £2 British. What else floats? A duck.
A duck.
A duck floats on water.
And what's a duck made of? What else floats on water? Wood. So she weighs the same as a duck. Dot 4x4 is asking, have you heard of Zap Heap from Everything Electric Tech? Fully charged. Is a Zap Heap challenge. Yeah, it's Robert Llewellyn, isn't it? It's fighting from Red Dwarf's new show. Got a mate who works on Fully Charged. He's one of the camera ops, and so yeah, I'll be having a look at that because I'm quite interested in it. And who won on the conspiracy? Hillary, says Brett Wall. Who won on the conspiracy? Well, yeah, I mean, but there's a good chance that Bill Clinton's going to be on the list, but we don't care. Like, no Democrat or no progressive in America gives a flying fuck if Bill Clinton's on that list.
But that's their thing, is now they have all these people that have been in there 30, 40, 50 years. You knew he was on the list. You knew he was up to it. And why didn't you say something?
Yeah.
So I don't get, hey, we don't want none of y'all asses in power. So we would like to replace all of your asses with progressive candidates. Expose the whole list. Let's see the whole thing. I want the front, back, the appendix, table of contents, glossary, and any bookmarks used during the reading. I want all that shit. If they're bad people, lock them up. I don't want them on the streets.
Yeah. So, are there any other wrap up soon because I need to go to bed. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm fucking knackered. Is there any other news stories from the week over in the US that us Brits should be aware of? Or
the CCAP prisoners are coming back.
That's from El Salvador.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, they prisoner swapped for 10 Americans.
What?
Yeah.
So, but isn't there like 1,000 people in there?
We didn't send that many yet. They were planning on sending a whole bunch of people, but the ones that they sent down, so that the hairdresser Andres and all the rest of them, they're coming back. They should be back home now, or at least they should be stateside now. So they might get deported or something like that, but they're out of that fucking hellhole.
Yeah. Well, they tried to make out that the guy who they threw in there, was it
Kilmar Abrego Garcia,
yeah. They were trying to make out that he was a terrorist, weren't they? And it just came out like nothing.
Well, they said he was part of like a ring of smuggling people across the border. It's like he went from New Jersey to fucking Missouri and back. What are you talking about? They're all covered in sawdust and paint. They did a fucking construction. It's called doing a job, dude. We're not buying no hotel. We're driving home. You can sleep at home. It's normal, everyday contractor shit.
Okay, I'm looking this up.
Yeah, they tried to turn it into a ring.
So this is a prison swap with Venezuela. So this is Venezuelans who have gone back to Venezuela from El Salvador.
Right. Because that's who they were. That's who they were prioritizing to go on there. Like the worst of the worst. These guys, because those were the guys. Those were the Tren de Aragua people, which were not Tren de Aragua.
Trendy water.
What's R? Of the? No.
Trendy water. It's like Fiji water in America. It's just like.
But remember, they were taking over apartment buildings, according to Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks and all this other bullshit wannabe fucking progressive media that bought this narrative that all these people are like I had to yell at people to stop repeating the eating the dogs and Kathleen. I'm like, that's a slur. Like, I get that you guys are laughing about it because it's so ridiculous, but you're just repeating a slur. And even when people were repeating these stories that were completely fucking made up, like that, like, did you look at the local news to corroborate any of the stories that are coming out? No. I looked at the local Cole, WCOL, or whatever the fucking local thing was, and they were just like, yeah, everyone's really confused about why the nation is thinking. They're like, it's made up. Y'all don't have, shit doesn't have to be true for it to hit your fucking timeline. And unfortunately still the case that people still just believe shit if it comes from CNN or MSNBC or BBC, whoever.
Well,
Verify everything.
that was something that Trump said, though, wasn't it, when he was running for president?
He's
And,
the
like,
main
it
motherfucking one. He's the
was
main
so-
lying one.
Well, the reason why it got repeated so much, it was so fucking ridiculous. Like, but you're right, it was a slur against Haitian people, and it was fucking out of order. And you know, the man's just a nightmare. He's an absolute nightmare, and I will sleep better once he's not in the picture anymore. Let's put it that way. I think a lot of us will.
He's not long for all of this. Like, I don't know why everyone thinks Americans are a bunch of bitches, but man, imagine trying to have like a herd of llamas on a muddy hill that you have to wrangle, and then all of the llamas have AR-15s. Like, who are you think you playing with? Like, he's fucking with all like the bureaucratic shit, and then they're bullying people who are like, you know, and a lot of people. It's coming out today that people are getting out of ICE detention facilities when they were going to their fucking asylum appointment. Like the people who were getting arrested at their appointments and stuff like that, they didn't actually get deported. They were put in a detainment facility and they had to let them go. Like, that's the thing about all this. Like, eventually you have to give these people due process because you have to have a flight manifest to get the fucking plane off the ground because you have rules about all the other stuff. So he's trying to scare everybody and he's trying to make this like this horrible dystopic thing. But the gears of boring bureaucracy are still grinding things a little bit slower than they would have normally been. So it is going to be a messy cleanup to get all this shit found away. But in the meantime, Epstein. Trump.
Epstein, Trump, Epstein, Trump. So just want to say thanks to everyone in the chat. Random fact from One Angry Pagan is that more than 40 species of shark can be found in UK waters. 21 species that live here permanently. That's really cool. Peaked Music saying, L, it's your nutsness that makes you unique and special. L, you're ace, and that's what we agree on. Oh, that and bikes. We love motorbikes, says Martin Hauer. And
I love
L. L's great. L chaos. Well, I love the fact that it's L butterfly chaos because of the chaos theory of butterflies, I assume, you know. The butterfly effect.
Call them L-butt for short.
Ernie Burns, it was the landlord making it up to avoid consequences for his bad practices.
Yeah. He was a slumlord.
Yeah, slumlords. Who would have him? Anyway, Mikey, thank you so much for doing this tonight. I'm sorry I'm not as animated as usual, but I'm fucking knackered. I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning with Morning Brew. It's going to be my last Morning Brew for a little while, so please come along to that to say hello. And then from Wednesday onwards, Mike Dix is going to be taking my place. I don't know if he has to dress like me. Do you reckon he should get like a hat like this? And
well, it's IP infringement. I'll report the video if he does that.
Mike's very much got his own look, so I don't think he'd look right in glasses that weren't round. But there you go. Oh, butterfly because she's trans. Okay, but also there's chaos in her name, so it kind of makes sense that there's a butterfly for the chaos.
Oh, you're talking about L-butt?
Yeah.
L-butt?
Yeah. L in the chat. Lovely L. We love L. We love L. Right. And everyone else in the chat, and particularly Dark 4x4, thank you so much for that mega chat. That was really, really kind of you, even though the joke was terrible. But I'll let you off because it was a very, very generous mega chat. Thanks to everyone else who dropped the super chat in. Like I said, I'll be back at 9 tomorrow morning. If you are watching it on my channel, please give it a like. If you're watching it on Mikey's channel, please give it a like. And until next time, I'll say thank you for watching. Hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye.
Nanu.
Nanu.
At the moment. Guest slot, Mikey and top Bond villain. Yeah, we did call out that fucking the Iranian guy for looking like a Bond villain. It was and then he had like a US Ukraine lapel flags crossed, and then he had like the Iranian flag thing, and I was like, what's going on with you, man?
I think he was just very, very confused.
Yeah. It's okay. He was looking to be included in a group. He thought that this was a group that would include him. Look, bro, I could tell you that wouldn't never happen. They kicked Nikki Haley to the curb. That was my real fear, is if they would have elected Nikki Haley, because she would have. But here we are, back at the bottom again. We will see you guys tomorrow for the headliners. So until then, keep your stick on the ice. Bye.
Bye.
I did this. Why can't you?